Okay, today's a Kentucky. It's only from 1874. That's not that old. But old enough. That's a strange looking house right there. Okay, we have a creek over here. So, obviously very few people, if any, have ever thought to creek walk in this little village. So let's pull over and check it out. I'll find a way though. Interesting, we have a fallen tree right in the middle of everything. Okay, so bottles could have been pulled up in the root ball. But unfortunately, I don't see any. Not even a single piece of glass. Now that is a very small creek. Maybe a little bit too small to be effective, but we are in a drought right now, so let's check it out anyway. Wow. Talk about the world's largest ball of roots. This thing must be 15 feet wide. And there is some trash stuck to it, of course, but no antique bottles. Yeah, this is so tiny right here. I really think I should go back and get my probe and probe the banks instead, because the dump potential is much greater than the finding of bottles in the creek over here. Well, it doesn't look that good for probing the banks either, because they're obviously covered with cement slabs. But I don't know if it's this way all the way, so I'm still going to go back and get my probe. Right, I found a spatoon out there. It's a C&O railroad. One of the most famous railroads in America. Unfortunately, the back of it has a giant chip out of it. But the embossed part is on the front and it displays good, so on a tall shelf it'll still display very good, so I'm going to haul this one back home. Even though it's made of iron. Weighs probably 8 pounds. So anyway, it wasn't very productive out there, but yeah, interesting house. What street are we on? Ferry and Bellefonte. Okay, we are coming into Ironton, Ohio. It's been dug very heavily, but I think I got a dump going on, so let's open it up. Okay, we are in Hanging Rock, Ohio. It's very much a ghost town compared to what it was 130 years ago. And they've ruined it. I mean, check it out. They put a 4-foot pile of dirt where historic houses were, and on this side as well. This was a happening place back in the 1880s, but now it's pretty much looking like a ghost town. This is the main four corners, main intersection of downtown. Yeah. We got one house. Okay, we got this gravel lot right here, but there were several houses here. Maybe a little farther back we can actually find a privy. Here's an 1899 map. As you can see, all those structures all bundled up there. That is the old part of town. So let's try it out. This is 1899. The high point of this town was in 1890. It's actually started in 1820. This place kind of reminds me of Arizona. The ground is as hard as rock over here. And we're having a drought. It's making it really hard to probe, but I'm gonna give it a try. Here we are. The sprawling city. No, being facetious. There's very little going on here. Okay, we're on a street, one of the few streets, one of the two streets in town. There was houses on this side of the street, but they got taken out because they put a freeway through here. So there's actually outhouse pits from the 1800s right under the middle of the freeway. That's great. But at least there's a little potential on this side. Okay, now there's an old house. Only one that looks like it's from the 1800s that I've seen so far over here. Okay, we're back to Ironton. The day's half over, so it's time to start digging a dump. Yep, this is a dump right here. Underneath that giant Marriott, it's only a couple years old. There was actually a big dump under there, as well as half of this vacant lot over here. This might be unpleasant. I might get in trouble for digging here. This place used to be a minefield of digging spots, but they've cleaned it up, smoothed it off. Now I gotta start from scratch. I don't know where it's been dug and where it hasn't, so I'm gonna probe it out. It might be 80% all dug out already. But anyway, I'm gonna give it a try. Well, something like 20,000 bottles were found when they built that. But of course, very few bottle collectors were there in time to get anything. So they had to concentrate on this lot that's right next to it. Now this lot is probably going to be built on by the time you see this video, because it looks like they're getting ready to build on it any month now. And sometimes I take 6 or 7 months to put a video out. So let's check it out. This is very, very, very weird because there was actually a row of houses all along here and on this side of the alley as well. And I'm talking 1800s. So why would there be a city landfill in the middle of a neighborhood? I mean, there was literally 25 houses here. Actually shows 3 houses right here, right in the middle of where the dump is supposed to be. I don't understand that at all. I mean, what are they doing? Letting people dump trash in their backyards when they're actually living in there? I don't get it. Okay, I've got a hole opened up. I'm down 2.5 feet. I'm just now finding the first signs of something interesting. It's obviously a crock from the 1880s, maybe 1890s. And of course found these bricks just right next to it. So I can definitely tell there's a difference in soil right there. First foot is brown, then the second foot is black almost. So let's keep going. I think we're going to get to something good soon. Well, at least I can tell this part hasn't been dug yet because this jug or crock of whatever it is still basically together. All those other shards came out right next to it as well. I've been here for 2 hours at least. Very little glass. Well, basically no glass. Just this one big crock. And a whole bunch of bricks. And a whole bunch of rocks and other things getting in the way. Kinda like this kind of stuff. Well, I did $100 worth of labor and got paid $1 worth of copper. Yeah, that's about all I got. Now I have to do another $25 worth of labor, filling the hole back in.